Today on Newsbytes, Vivek assassination arrest, China's cyber infiltration, and government surveillance explosion. Stick around for these bites and more all on today's Newsbytes. Okay, real fast, Zelensky unexpectedly announced plans for new Ukraine peace talks to be held in Switzerland. The talks are expected to take place in January on the sidelines of the World Economic Forum annual meeting in Davos. Zelensky expressed hopes of working on a, quote, peace formula for Ukraine with the participation of Uruguay. Further attendees are still unclear. International support for Ukraine, though, has dropped nearly 90% compared to last year. Okay, here's the story. A provision in the House Intelligence Committee surveillance, quote, reform bill expands the definition of electronic service communications providers. Scheduled for a floor vote as soon as tomorrow, this could require a wider range of U.S. businesses like hotels, libraries, and coffee shops that offer Wi-Fi to aid government surveillance. Companies could be required to configure their systems to ensure that they can provide the government access to entire streams of communications. The bill's sponsors deny it's intended to sweep so broadly, but when asked what it means, well, that's classified. The provision's language allows conscripting any entity with equipment that transmits or stores communications. This includes routers, radios, and pretty much anything connected to the internet. Okay, and check this out. Netflix's Leave the World Behind, a cyber apocalypse movie, warns about, quote, white people if the world falls apart. Barack Obama helped executive produce the movie and personally developed the script through screenwriter notes. Watch.
I'm asking for you to remember that if the world falls apart, trust should not be doled out easily to anyone, especially white people. Even Mom would agree with me on that.
Okay, here's the latest. A 30-year-old New Hampshire man was arrested for allegedly threatening to kill Republican presidential candidate Vivek. Tyler Anderson allegedly replied to a text from Ramaswamy's campaign about an event, writing he would, quote, blow his brains out and kill all attendees. A government search of Anderson's home revealed the deleted threats on his phone and multiple firearms. Anderson allegedly sent alarming messages to another unnamed candidate about a, quote, mass shooting. He admitted to the FBI he sent the texts. Anderson was charged with transmitting threats in interstate commerce, punishable by up to 5 years in prison. Vivek still held his event. Check this one out. Donald Tusk, former president of the European Council, is Poland's new prime minister. Tusk was denounced as a communist, quote, German agent by the Law and Justice Party leader. Law and Justice kept a strict grip on immigration in Poland and Western cultural influence, also keeping Poland distant from the EU. Tusk is expected to be more sympathetic to immigration, cultural changes, and the EU. Okay, here's a big one for you. Hackers linked to China's military have infiltrated around 24 critical infrastructure entities in the U.S. over the past year. According to industry experts, targets include a Hawaii water utility, a major West Coast port, an oil gas pipeline, and an attempt on Texas's independent power grid operator, just to name a few. The intrusions are believed to be seeking access to disrupt or destroy critical infrastructure in a potential U.S.-China conflict. So far, none impacted industrial control systems or caused disruptions that we know of, but targets indicate intent to complicate U.S. military transport capabilities and create societal chaos in case of Pacific conflict. Those are today's bites, which are on our website at Disclose.tv. Subscribe and leave those comments below.